Details tonight on some big promises made by one of Rhode Island's most powerful politicians. With a re-election fight looming, House Speaker Nicholas Mattiello says he will work to save Rhode Islanders big money, including a vow to get rid of a deeply unpopular tax. Eyewitness News reporter Steph Machado is live now with the Providence Mobile Newsroom with the Speaker's proposals.
Speaker Mattiello said he wants to cut 3 different taxes, including the car tax, next legislative session. But he needs to be reelected by voters in Cranston this November 1st. And his Republican opponent is fighting hard for his seat.
We had to get...
House Speaker Nicholas Mattiello says 2017 is the year he plans to push car tax relief through the legislature.
The tax that's just a stone in people's shoe.
But before the January session starts on Smith Hill, Mattiello faces a re-election challenge in his home district in Cranston from Republican Stephen Frias.
What I have to say about this is simple. He's had 3 years in power, 3 years as Speaker of the House. He could have done it already, and he didn't.
Frias also wants to cut and eventually repeal the excise tax on motor vehicles, known as the car tax. He points out Mattiello voted in 2010 to halt a previously planned phase out of the car tax during the recession.
He is now trying to backtrack. He is in trouble, and he knows people are upset about taxes, and the car tax is one of them, and he's responsible for why it's so high here in Cranston.
But Mattiello says repealing a tax isn't as simple as his opponents make it out to be. The state constitution requires a balanced budget, so any tax cut needs a plan to replace that revenue.
You have to roll up your sleeves. You actually have to find the money.
Mattiello didn't give a number for how much he plans to cut the car tax by, but he said he eventually wants it gone altogether. And Mattiello also proposed cutting the estate tax and raising the exemption for the retirement income tax. Frias wants to cut even more taxes than that. Now, coming up new at 6, more on what Mattiello wants to do next legislative session, from the minimum wage to marijuana, and why his opponent says it's time for a change in the State House. Reporting with the Providence Mobile Newsroom, I'm Steph Machado, Eyewitness News.
For Election Day, one of the most powerful politicians in Rhode Island is making campaign promises as he faces an energetic re-election challenge. New at 6 tonight, we're breaking down more of what House Speaker Nick Mattiello is promising and what his opponent has to say about it. Eyewitness News reporter Steph Machado joins us now live with the Mobile Newsroom with the new details.
Mattiello's most robust promise is to cut the car tax, though he didn't say by how much. His Republican opponent this November, Steve Frias, wants to cut taxes even further, and he's hoping to unseat him. House Speaker Nicholas Mattiello says he'll cut the car tax, the estate tax, and raise the retirement income tax exemption next year.
We're going to enact a plan to reduce with the goal of ultimately eliminating the car tax in the state of Rhode Island.
But first, he faces a challenge from Republican Stephen Frias in his Cranston district in November.
He's had 3 years in power, 3 years as Speaker of the House. He could have done it already, and he didn't.
Frias is running on a platform of cleaning up the State House, pointing out 2 scandals this year with members of Mattiello's leadership team, Ray Gallison and John Carnevale.
Cannot put people in power, put them in charge of the budget, and who are unethical, and think people are not going to hold you responsible.
I don't hire my colleagues. We take those that are sent to us by communities and we work with them.
Mattiello also says next year he will support some sort of minimum wage hike. This past session, he did not.
It's always a balance, but you want to be competitive with your neighboring states.
It doesn't create more jobs. It doesn't bring prosperity. It's not a solution.
And we also asked the Speaker about marijuana legalization because it's on the ballot in Massachusetts this November. Mattiello says if it passes there, Rhode Island will need to consider it next session. Reporting live with the Providence Mobile Newsroom, I'm Steph Machado, Eyewitness News.